All right, Longlegs spoiler review. Warning, if you have not seen the movie and you don't want to be spoiled, do not watch this because I'm about to spoil the shit out of the movie. All right, Longlegs. What a disappointment. I was so excited for this movie. I heard nothing but raving reviews. Saw it Thursday night, July 11th, 7:10 showing. Packed house, was not expecting that. And the entire time, the movie starts off great. The setup is great. Genuinely creepy atmosphere. And over time, you're like, okay, I see what they're going this. Whoa, I like what they're doing with this. And then they start laying these pebbles down. You're like, what are you doing? Where are you going with this? Please don't. And it happens. And basically, spoilers, Daddy Longlegs, or Longlegs, is Nicolas Cage. He's a killer. But he's not operating by himself. He keeps mentioning the devil the entire movie. And it's just like, are they really going to play the supernatural card? And they do play the supernatural card. And it's so half-assed, half-baked. Like, we knew you were going to do that, and they didn't even execute it on it very well. She has this connection with him. And the problem with the connection is we could tell you have the connection with him. Why are you hiding it so long? So when she finally reveals, I have a connection with Longlegs, we're all like, we knew that from the beginning of the movie. You didn't even do it. Like, what are you, like, come on. Anyways, throughout the movie, he's leaving these little riddles and stuff, deciphering stuff, and it's all related to the devil. And the agent, Lee Harker, I believe her name is, she has, her mom's being really weird about everything. She's like, I don't know who that is. I don't know. It turns out that her mom has a connection with the killer, and you're just like, they keep saying throughout the movie, yeah, Longlegs, there's no way he's sneaking into people's houses and killing all these people, and he's not actually killing them. They're killing themselves. And another thing about this movie, it's like if you took Silence of the Lambs and mixed it with Sinister, but you took the worst parts, put them together. So, for example, they don't show any of the kills except for one family, but he kills like 8 over 30 years. In Sinister, we saw pretty much everything, and that's what made that movie so good, because you saw all the kills and how it happens and the process. And this movie is just, oh, he did this, and he did that. You're not going to see it, though. It would have probably made the movie a little bit better, and we would have got to be more scared of Longlegs and the process and the demon, or the devil, which is what's actually controlling everything. So basically what happens is when Harker, the main character, the FBI agent, is a little girl, Longlegs, Nicolas Cage, meets her, and he wants to sacrifice her to the devil, and the mother doesn't allow that. So what happens is the devil's like, fine, we're gonna make a deal. You're going to go to people's houses, give them this possession doll, and with that possession doll, over time, it's going to make them kill each other. And that is how you sacrifice those people to me. So she says, okay, in exchange for my daughter, she doesn't remember anything. She's safe. I'm safe. I just have to do this. So she's the partner of Longlegs. So it's just like, it would have been, they showed literally every flashback was just one family. They only showed one family, and supposedly 8 of them were killed. So I'm just like, what is going on here? Now, don't get me wrong. The cinematography was amazing. I'm just like, man, this is probably the best looking film Nicolas Cage has ever gotten. It has that A24 feel, the nice tight camera angles, the good long shots where the camera pulls back and you see stuff moving around. I'm just like, man, this is a good movie. I wish, this is a good looking movie, and I wish they would have stayed with that. Like, there was a lot of potential here, especially with the ending. So basically the ending, she finds out everything that her mother had been lying to her or keeping it secret. And so her partner's daughter is having a 9th birthday. And on the 9th birthday, that is when Longlegs comes. He drops off a doll. That doll has the devil in it, and it possesses the family to kill each other. So she goes to visit her partner, and for some reason, her mother's there with the doll, and they're already possessed. And she's like, you cannot stop this, because what happens is, if we don't perform the ritual, you and I are cursed to hell forever, we'll burn up and twirl, and our bodies will ragdoll or whatever. So, anyways, long story short, she stops the detective, her partner who's possessed. He kills his wife. She kills him. And her mother's like, you can't stop this, blah, 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 blah. She shoots her mother. And then when she's about to shoot the doll, she runs out of bullets. And that's the end of the movie. Boo! Boo! It would have been way more climatic if the movie would have ended with her shooting the doll and she goes, no! And both of them burst into flames and twirl and die. That would have put an exclamation point on a mediocre movie and made it, the score would have been way higher if they would have done that. As of right now, it's low because it's just, what a letdown. There's so much potential here. And there's a lot of silly stuff that they do. And you're like, okay, maybe this leads to something. Wrong. Nothing. And Nicolas Cage, he's barely in the movie. They hyped this killer up for so long. And he's barely in the movie. And his impact when he's on screen is his makeup looks terrible. And not even scary terrible. Just like throw some prosthetics on his face, makes his cheeks bigger, and make his skin bleach white. Like he was taking a bath in flour. It doesn't make any sense. Sorry, I keep knocking this poster down because I'm so frustrated. But anyways, I have to give it's not called Daddy Long Legs. I'll give Long Legs a 6.4 out of 10. The acting is great. Unfortunately, Nicolas Cage, he was basically not even serial killer. He was basically demonic Joker. He was Joker. He laughed a lot. He said a lot of silly stuff. He talked about a person that lived underneath. They called him on the downstairs. What was his name? Something downstairs. Mr. Downstairs. The devil. Like we knew this. And the character's like, what does that mean? What does Mr. Downstairs mean? Are you stupid? What? This guy... Anyways, 6.4 out of 10. Great acting. Great beginning. Like, the first half of this movie is great, and then they get stupid. The first half is great. The cinematography is great. The music is great. The score. The jump scares are not really there, but everything is slow-paced well. And then it goes all off the rails in the middle of the movie. And it does not pick itself back up. It just says, swan dives right off of the jumping board. And then the problem is, everybody just goes, well, I mean, they jumped off, so let's jump off the board too. And that's what happens. So unfortunately, I cannot recommend this movie to anybody that does not like slow burn horror. And just know, if you like your slow burn horror with a good payoff, you're not going to get it. Not in this movie. You're gonna be let down. So go in, low expectations. Maybe you find a new psychological horror film. Well, I guess with the spoiler, it's a supernatural horror film. Go in with low expectations, come out mildly surprised. But if you go in with high expectations, you're going to come out very disappointed, just like I did. So long story short, Long Legs, 6.4 out of 10. Lots of potential, but they fumbled the bag. They fumbled. Thank you. Have a great night.